If you want to outrank your competitors and grow your websites in 2025 and beyond, you can't just use ChatGPT and ask it to generate an article on a specific topic. You need to actually include fresh, up-to-date information, and the quality of your articles need to be a lot higher in order to rank, since content is so easy to generate. That's why we created the real-time blog post generator with web search. And this is one of the most powerful templates on WordRocket. This template allows you to not only generate content, but we use Perplexity AI, which is one of the most powerful research models, to research up-to-date information on that topic and then use that topic along with Claude and some of the most powerful writing models to then use the research information to write the most SEO optimized in-depth article that also has live and up-to-date information included. So in today's video, I'll be showing you exactly how to use this template in WordRocket. So to use this template, of course, click on the template and you need to have your Open Router API key connected. Now you cannot use Gemini and you don't really have much options over the models in which the output will be given, but you do have options over which model we'll be using for research. So we have GPT-4o Mini, we have Perplexity Sonar Reasoning Pro, and Perplexity Sonar Pro. The most expensive model is Perplexity Sonar Reasoning Pro, but it's also one of the best models because you get the most in-depth research from using this model. So I definitely recommend using this model. It's a two-step approach. First, we do research using Perplexity Sonar Reasoning Pro. We get the information and then we run it on Claude to then give us optimized outputs with a pre-prompted template. So first step is doing research and second step is actually creating the content. We're currently using Claude, but there's a mixture of models in which we use. So there's not much inputs from your end that's needed. All you need to do is first decide how you want to write your content. The most popular way is by entering a web search. So if we wanted, again, to write more up-to-date information, we can enter something like, for instance, mortgage news today in Toronto. For this example, we're going to turn off our internal links, but of course you can include internal links. You can also generate content in different languages. So mortgage news today Toronto is our web search. And for simplicity, I can also make that our blog post topic and our target keyword. For this example, I'll be using Perplexity Sonar Reasoning Pro to do our research because again, I find that we get the best output. We're going to leave the article type to informational, tone of article professional. We're going to increase the word count to, let's say, about 3,000. We're going to leave the additional context as is. We're going to include a custom HTML element. And that's it. We're all set to go. We can go ahead and click generate. And this template will actually generate in the background. So you don't have to wait on the actual page itself. It'll generate into the background. So you can generate your content, leave, and come back once it's finished. So if you head over to the My Content section, and we can see that it's been populated into the My Content section, but it's not finished. So we see the text that the content is being generated in the background that we need to check back in a few minutes. Now, while that's generating, you can actually go ahead and generate another piece of content. So let's say again, we wanted to do another real-time article on a topic such as the best stocks to invest in June 2025. So this is very, very recent, very, very up to date. And that's going to test whether or not we can get some really good quality content back. So again, I'm going to keep the word count to, let's say, around 3,000. We're going to leave everything else the same, but this time we're going to write in the first person perspective. We're going to include personal stories. We're going to include interactive HTML elements as well. For the intended audience, we're going to do the first-time investors. And again, we're all set to go. And we can go ahead and click generate content. Give it a couple of minutes and your content will be finished. So again, if we head over to My Content section here, this is where we can track the generation of our content. It takes about a minute or so for the content to generate, but it's pretty quick, as you can see here. So we have both of the contents finished. Let's go ahead and view it. So we can view the content and it may look a little bit wonky at first, but all we have to do again is just copy over the markdown function. That's all we really care about. Let's copy this over And again, we can either use a tool like Markdown to html.com, or if we're using WordPress, simply paste in your content and you will see what it looks like. So mortgage news today in Toronto, complete market update for June 2025. So the Toronto mortgage landscape has reached a critical inflection point in June 2025. So we know that it is up to date, that it's taking information from the web that is up-to-date information, because we see June 2025 is mentioned in the article and we're getting up-to-date stats. That's why I really like this template, because again, you're able to get up-to-date information. It's able to be fresh information on Google, which increases the likeliness of you ranking your blog posts and your articles, because Google loves fresh content. So current interest rate environment. So Bank of Canada's strategic pause. Policy rate unchanged. This is all correct. Forecasted rate reductions, impact of monthly payments. And as you can see here, we actually have baked in citations. So I believe I forgot to mention, if you go back over to the templates here, we have the option to include or not include citations. So if you include citations, citations will be added into the end of the article. If we scroll down, we also get our baked in custom HTML code here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this code into HTML format. So again, all we have to do is copy over the code. We're going to remove this. We're going to remove this block. We're going to add HTML. Then choose HTML and preview. So Toronto Mortgage Affordability Calculator. So you can calculate the affordability depending on your annual income, your property type, your down payment, and your interest rate. So really good. Then a comprehensive price and analysis across properties. And here is the full article. And as you can see, this is a long article. It's not a short article. We have actual quotes here, insights, SEO meta information, and a SEO title and a SEO meta description. So if we go ahead and let's just do a quick word count, we're going to copy this over. This is 2,800 words. And if we minus some words for, let's say, the HTML content, it's still about like 2,500 words, which is really good in terms of length for a article that's up to date, an article that has fresh information. And also we can include our internal links baked in. We can generate images if we like, and it allows us again to create really up-to-date articles that will rank and do well on Google. So now we're going to go back over and we're going to take a look at the second article in which we're able to generate, and that is the best stocks to invest in June 2025. So again, view content, copy Markdown, or we can just copy over the Markdown from right there. A first-time investor's complete guide, because remember, we chose our audience as first-time investors. So I remember when I first started investing years ago, the sheer volume of information was paralyzing. Every expert seemed to have a different opinion, blah, blah, blah. AI is evolving. Defensive strategies matter. Value opportunities exist. Diversification is crucial. Timing and patience pay off. So understanding the June 2025 market. So again, as you can see, we're getting up-to-date, fresh information here based upon research, right? We're using Perplexity AI, which is one of the most powerful research models to gather our information, and using the most powerful Claude models to then write the information. So it's very high quality, very unique. This is the type of content that will outrank your competitors and put you miles ahead of them, especially when creating content. And you can do it at scale, as you can see, because you can generate the content in the background. So you can generate 4 or 5 articles at once, and as you can see, it is beautiful. And again, we have our references that are included there. This is also a pretty long article, over 2,000 words. As you can see here, it's really good. So that's how you can use the real-time blog generator with web search to generate content that is SEO optimized, in-depth, reads well, but also has up-to-date information and includes current events and data. Of course, if you'd like to try out this template for yourself, just head over to app.wordrocket.ai, sign up for a free account, and use the template and try it out for yourself.